Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're looking at a stack of sources you sent over, detailing this intense situation, a medical boundary, a ticking clock, and a romance.
That's right.
Our mission is to unpack a world where, well, falling in love literally shortens your lifespan.
We're diving into the story of Stella and Will, two teenagers, both living with cystic fibrosis, or CF.
Right.
And the medical reality here is it's severe. The emotional boundaries feel almost impossible.
So we're focusing on that 6-foot rule, the one that kind of defines their whole world.
Exactly, that non-negotiable distance. We want to extract the insights, about how chronic illness dictates not just life, but connection itself, human connection.
Okay, let's start with Stella Grant. The sources paint her as, well, meticulous doesn't quite cover it, does it? She's the ultimate control freak.
Definitely. And that need for control is completely tied to her will to survive. It's how she copes.
How she manages the illness.
Yeah, through this intense hyperorganization. It's more than just being diligent. She treats her body like this complex machine, one she thinks she can fix if she just follows the instructions perfectly.
Like organizing her med cart alphabetically and chronologically.
Right. And her pocket notebook, it's got entries like #22, contemplate the afterlife. That tells you something about her mindset.
Wow. And the actual medical regimen, it's intense. Requires, like, superhuman focus.
It really does. Her lung function is down to 35% critical level.
So she's on the transplant list.
Firmly on it, yeah.
Wow.
And living tethered to constant antibiotics, that AFO vest thing.
The shaker vest.
The high-frequency chest wall oscillation shakes up the mucus in her lungs. Plus, she has a G tube, a gastrostomy tube.
For nutrition.
Exactly, just for liquid nutrition, because getting enough calories is a constant battle with CF. She needs, get this, 5,000 calories a day just to maintain her weight.
5,000, that's a huge burden. Physically, psychologically.
It is. And what's really crucial to understand is why she carries it all.
There's a deeper reason.
Yeah, it's this profound survivor's guilt. Her sister, Abby, died unexpectedly.
Oh, wow.
And with her parents recently divorced, Stella feels this immense pressure, like she has to survive for them.
So it's less about her own fight and more an obligation.
Kind of, yeah. An obligation to her family. Heavy stuff.
Okay, so if Stella built this fortress of control, the sources show Will Newman doing the exact opposite. He's tearing his down.
He really is. He's the mirror image. The chaotic rebel to her meticulous fear.
Cynical, resigned. His room has that slogan, right? Abandon all hope, ye who enter here.
Yeah. And he expresses himself through these subversive cartoons, almost macabre sometimes.
He sees the treatments as pointless, calls it treatment crap.
Right. He just wants to live first, before he dies. He feels the clock ticking much faster.
And this fatalism, it's not just attitude. It's rooted in a specific catastrophic diagnosis. This is key, right?
Absolutely critical. Will is colonized with B. cepacia. That's Burkholderia cepacia.
And that's really bad.
It's essentially the nightmare scenario for a CF patient. We have to emphasize this. This bacterium is highly antibiotic resistant.
Okay.
It makes him permanently ineligible for a lung transplant. Permanently.
Wow. No second chance with lungs.
None. And, critically, it turns him into a walking contamination risk for anyone else with CF. High risk.
So that explains his mindset, why he thinks treatment is futile.
Exactly. It's understandable, even though he is enrolled in this experimental drug trial, sevoflurane. But deep down, he feels like it's probably pointless.
Which leads to him sneaking out.
Yeah.
Like to the hospital roof.
Yeah.
He's just looking for a moment of freedom.
Just trying to feel alive outside the regimen. And of course, that immediately clashes with Stella's superstructured world.
Boo, the 6-foot barrier. That becomes the heartbreaking center of their relationship.
It's the defining constraint. 6 feet, non-negotiable. To prevent cross-infection, especially with Will carrying B. cepacia.
The stakes are just
Yes.
monstrous. Literally playing chicken with death just by being in the same room. So how do you even start to fall in love when, like, a shared breath could kill you?
Well, that 6-foot distance, it's not a suggestion, right? It's a medical absolute.
And the weight of it is real. There's that story Barb tells.
Oh, yeah. Barb, the respiratory therapist, it's devastating. She talks about Trevor and Amy.
Another CF couple.
Well, young, in love. They broke the rule. And Trevor contracted B. cepacia from Amy. Got taken off the transplant list, died 2 years later.
Jeez.
And Barb carries that, she witnessed it, the transgression, the consequences. It's personal for her.
So, given all that, and Stella's need for control, why doesn't she just run screaming from Will? He's the ultimate risk factor.
Right, you'd think so. But instead, she intervenes. She actually forces him into her structure.
Demands they do their treatments together.
Yeah.
Over FaceTime.
Exactly. And she frames it as her need. Says, I have control issues. I need to know that things are in order.
Huh. So she's controlling his fatalism.
Sort of. But underneath, you sense it's really about connection. Her way of getting closer without, actually getting closer.
And Will.
Yeah.
He goes along with it.
Surprisingly, yeah. He even notes that her control thing actually helps him relax somehow.
Interesting. So her external routine gives him some stability, even though he rejected his own.
Yeah, it's complex. It lays this foundation for them right across that 6-foot divide.
But that physical distance,
Yeah.
it's still this impossible wall.
Mm-hmm.
Until Stella has this moment, driven by Abby's memory, feeling like CF has stolen too much.
Yeah, she has this breakthrough, declares, cystic fibrosis will steal no more from me.
And she decides to fight back.
She does. But she does it in such a Stella way, methodically. She doesn't ditch the rule entirely. She steals exactly 1 foot of space.
Just 1 foot.
Just one. Sets their new limit at 5 feet apart.
5 feet.
And that 5-foot boundary, marked out with a pool cue on their first date, that becomes their symbol. Their shared rebellion against the disease.
They're deliberately compromising safety for connection.
Wow. A calculated risk. Very Stella, very Will in its own way.
So they start having these little adventures.
Yeah.
Within the hospital limits.
Yes, stealing moments. Will draws her. There's even one where she's a dragon lady breathing fire.
Okay.
And they talk, really talk, about his absent dad, her sister Abby, bonding over the pain.
It sounds sweet, intense, but fragile.
Extremely fragile. And then that fragile control just shatters.
What happens?
Poe, Stella's best friend, also has CF. There's a sudden, abrupt loss.
Oh, no.
You hear the code blue alarm in the source room 310. Poe's gone. Just like that. Despite years of following the rules.
That must have wrecked Stella's whole system, her belief in control.
Completely. She realizes the manual, the rules, they only protect you up to a point. And she pivots. Hard.
Instead of retreating, she
decides she has to live wide open. No more holding back.
And that recklessness leads them outside the hospital.
Yeah. To the park. To see the holiday lights, the stars Abby loved.
Okay, I remember this part. They're walking on a frozen pond.
And Stella falls through the ice. Right through. Oh my God.
And Will, his choice in that instant is everything. The ultimate sacrifice.
He saves her.
He pulls her out, performs mouth-to-mouth resuscitation.
Mouth to mouth, but Isapesha.
Exactly. He shatters the rule completely, exposes both of them to the full catastrophic risk.
He saves her life.
By potentially destroying her medical future. Or his. It's this incredible act of love right in the face of death.
And then, immediately after this life or death moment, the universe throws this curveball.
The ultimate irony. Right after that massive risk, Stella gets the call.
Donor lungs.
Donor lungs are available. Right now.
Wow. Wow.
The timing is profound, because now the risk of cross-infection is sky high. But Will...
He tells her to take them.
He urges her, says, this is your chance. Live, Stella. He knows this means he can never be near her again, not with her new vulnerable lungs.
He sacrifices their future together for her chance at a future.
It's the ultimate act of love, demanding their permanent separation.
And his goodbye.
It's through a window, right?
Yeah. Heartbreaking. He organizes this farewell, illuminates the courtyard outside her recovery room with those holiday lights again. The stars.
So she can see them.
Uh-huh. He says goodbye through the glass, can't touch her, and he leaves her with his life's master list. Now just a single cartoon.
Which says...
#1, love Stella forever.
Man! Okay, so the epilogue. What happens after?
The sources show us the outcome. Stella recovers, fully. Her breathing is described as effortless.
She got her life back.
She did. And he starts traveling immediately, seeing the world she fought so hard for. Rome, the Sistine Chapel, she's living.
And Will.
His trial.
The sevoflurane trial failed, unfortunately. But he finds a new purpose, too. He starts traveling, committed to fighting right alongside his mom, finding his own way to live.
Okay. And then they meet again.
They do. The very end, they meet at an airport. Stella's healthy, no oxygen tanks, looking vibrant.
And she sees him.
She sees Will, walks towards him, and stops.
Not at 6 feet.
No, she stops exactly 5 feet away.
Wow. Maintaining that 1 foot, the foot she stole. Yeah. That single foot of space she took back from the disease. It's her final act of defiance, rooted in their story. She's alive, but still bound by the reality Will saved her to follow.
It's Yeah, a profoundly complex ending, that image.
It really is. The
Yeah.
whole story hinges on that tension, right? Medical necessity, the 6-foot prison versus that undeniable human need for connection, the 5-foot compromise.
Stella's discipline gave her the chance.
Right, her regimen, her control, it got her to the point where new lungs were possible.
But it was Will's love, that reckless act, and her own decision to finally live wide open.
That forced her to actually take the chance, to embrace life, risk, and all.
So that seems like the key takeaway for us, for you listening. It highlights this dual need, right? Knowledge and regimen are crucial.
Absolutely essential. Stella's app, her list, that diligence vital tool.
And also the need for emotional risk, for breaking certain boundaries.
Yeah. Her willingness to step into that 5-foot space, to prioritize connection even when it scared her, that's what allowed her to truly live, ultimately. You need both.
Knowledge alone isn't enough. Rules alone aren't enough.
Exactly. You can have all the data, follow all the procedures, but life demands embracing emotional needs, accepting inherent risks, even when the potential costs are, well, catastrophic.
Which brings us to our final thought for you, the listener. When you're pursuing growth, learning something new could be career, a skill, anything personal, really. How do you figure out which boundaries are necessary? You know, the ones for safety, for structure, professional, social, emotional boundaries.
And which ones might actually be holding you back? Which ones maybe need to be challenged or even broken?
To truly live, or to have that breakthrough, where is that line between safe structure and stifling confinement?
That's definitely a question worth thinking about for yourself. Until next time.